Masechet Baba Kama, Daf Tes Vov. Mishnah Halacha Hey. Shnei Kadorim, two potters, Shoim Halchem Zeh. They walk one behind each other. Niskal Rishon v'Nofel. Niskal Asheni Barishon. So let's call Reuven and Shimon. Reuven fell down first, he tripped, and then he fell down. And Niskal Asheni Barishon. Shimon tripped upon Reuven. Harishon Chayev b'Niskal Shel Shimon. So the one that fell first, that's Reuven, has to pay for the damage of Shimon. Why? Because the fact that he fell down, that means it's his fault. He shouldn't have fallen down. And that's why he is... זה בא בחביתו וזה בא בקרוסה, ניש בקדה של זה, בקרוסה של זה, פוטר. של זה, של סלחל, two people are walking, one person has a barrel, and the other person comes with a huge beam, and they bump into each other. So the person with the beam is potter, because both have permission to walk. Rabbi Yochanan boy. Yochanan asked the question, Ma yishayitn l'rishon shos k'dei amid. Question is, if you give the first one time to stand up. So we say the first one, Reuven, that fell down, he should have watched. And if he didn't stand up and Shimon fell on him, then Reuven is liable. How about we give him a few seconds to stand up? So you say an interesting thing, that the first one, for sure, tripped on some twig, for sure he gets time. The second one is really a bigger pesheya. Why did he trip on the first one? So the second one damaged the third one. For him, maybe you don't give any time. He had no right to trip at all. He's even worse than the first one. People that potters. So Reuven fell down. Shimon fell. The first one, Reuven pays for Shimon. And Shimon pays for Levi, because of Shimon, Levi tripped. General statement, these people, all of them, Reuven, Shimon, they're all only responsible for the damages of people. So Reuven is responsible for Shimon, Shimon is responsible for Levi. But Reuven is not responsible for Shimon's kalim utensils, because a boy is potter and kalim. If they warned each other, they're potter. So we see from here that, so really it says Kedei Azhara here. It doesn't say Kedei Amida, but it says that the rule is that there's no difference between the first one and the second one. You don't give the second one less time. The second one gets time, and the first one gets the same amount of time. Chamorim Chamorim are people that drive donkeys. Similar to before. The first one pays donkeys themselves. Same story like before. It's time to block command Omer Chayovim Shebitsim Balem. Naflu in Onsen Odom. So if they fell, then there's a din of oins. It's not my responsibility that my animal decided to lay down. Chamoyim shoy ragdish ech membrois. In shom laver olav. Now let it pass by. Nofal shom laver olav. My shom laver olav. Dos niloiv olav. They let it step on him and pass by. One of them is empty, one of them is full of loads. You have to let the one that's loaded go before. Echet parag v'echet ton. Venus a parag mea ton. Unloaded. It was loaded once, but now it's already unloaded. Hoi shneim te'unim shneim perukim. Ja, es ist beschreiben. Steh agolis, steh spinnes, achas te'unim v'achas ikonis. Ma'avirin et perukol pnei te'unim. The one that's loaded gets its way first. Stehen perukas et te'unas. Ja, it's beschreiben. And nichas americhas nois makam le'yoytze. First, you have to let the person come out. It's my successor nois makam shenichnas, because it's kinda that maybe the guy should let him go first. The person needs to go out of the bathroom. Zebra b'chavito, zebra b'karosa. Zebra boy, you ask the question. Shnaim sheziku mayu, shminim ador. Chamisha sheyash asas lech lebechel v'eshe b'nishba, hu esham de kulam. Achas kulam nishba, kulam chayov. Hoy bala koire rishon bala chovas achre. Nishba chovas koi potter. Omad bala koire chayev. Because who asked you to stand? Because you stood in one place, that's why I bumped into you. Omad bala koire chayev. Omad bala chovas amoid, if he warned him, he said, I have to rest. So he had a right to rest. That's why he's potter. If he warned, if the Baal HaKoirah warned him, he told him, please, I have to rest. So you should have listened and not bumped into your chavas. Hoy Baal HaChavas Rishon in Baal HaKoirah Achrein. Nish Baal HaChavas B'Koirah Chayev. When Baal HaChavas potter. And when Baal HaKoirah Moed Chayev. Same story can happen if the chavas is the first one. So usually we say that the koyer has to watch out not to bump in. However, if he stood in one place, then it's his fault. But if you warned him, again, it's not his fault because the koyer should have. The same story can happen with a candle and a piston. Just a repetition of the story with a koyer and a chavis. Chavis is like the piston, and the neir is like the koyer. Okay, this is the end of Daf Tes Vov.